Right,
Let's shine.
Speaking of that, with Drake, dog, why can't y'all just make another song, dog? Like, quit playing, dog.
You throw me the alley hoop for the little bomb, y'all make. You know I'm a junkie.
To the point where y'all niggas not making songs. Drake ain't cool like that. Like, what's this nigga not cool. What's wrong, dog?
Hey, man, I don't know what y'all going through, man. Hey, invite him on the platform right now. Give him the invitation.
Come on, Drake, come talk to me, man. Straight up, I'll come to Toronto on some real shit. Come out there. Dog, I just don't get it, dog.
You'll go out there and eat some pastrami
ketchup flavored chips and Look, I listen to all y'all got songs, dog, and I'm like, what the It's an album. Y'all got an album of songs, dog, that are off the chain.
No, Miami was jumping in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Miami, we was recording a lot of different music together, you know what I'm saying? And it was cool. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was fun. It ain't nothing to regret at all, you know what I'm saying? Not for Ricky Rose. I don't take none of this personal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We having fun, we doing what we doing, you know what I'm saying? And to me, that's what niggas can't never get it about. Yeah. Don't never get it, you know what I'm saying?
Dang, that's where I hope y'all niggas make another song or something. That ain't never gonna happen, is it? Come on, Rick, damn, come on.
Hey, you know that nigga 56 ain't dressed up. Hey, what you think about that baby mama?
What's her name?
You know, the Chinese girl.
Yeah, I met her.
I did too.
I met you.
No. Oh, but you might have. I'm just saying. Nigga ain't getting in your business and that, but shit, ask a question.
Ross is now losing his mind after his brand new album flopped.
To never even know when my first, I didn't even care about that. Reaction come from the streets.
Yeah. In the streets looking.
Yeah.
As you guys just saw, Rick Ross is currently on interviews trying to cope with the fact that his brand new album flopped, saying that numbers don't matter and that he only cares about reactions coming from the streets. Now, for those of you guys that don't know the context, Rick Ross ended up dropping an album over a week ago that completely flopped, with it only earning 1.8 million streams on its first day on Spotify. To put into perspective how bad this album did, Drake's song Janice STFU off of Iceman that dropped 2 months ago is doing around 9 million streams per day. And Drake's dominance over Rick Ross doesn't look like it is going to be stopping anytime soon as well, because currently on Kalashi, he currently has a 76% chance of being the top artist this year on Spotify alone, which is absolutely insane. And
because my album is going to most definitely be a bomb. It's going to be a bomb. Because my album is going to most definitely be a bomb. It's going to be a bomb. And my album.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy back again with another fresh episode of Fame Pulse. Appreciate everybody pulling up like always. Make sure y'all stay locked in and keep your head on a swivel, because these celebrity stories don't stop. I had to jump in the car and knock this one out real quick before the background noise started taking over. One of the neighbors fired up that lawn equipment. And y'all already know once that weed eater gets going, the mic ain't catching nothing but engine sounds. So before all that happened, I said, let me go ahead and get this one to y'all. Now today we got another chapter in what has become one of hip-hop's longest-running feuds. Once again, it's 50 Cent versus Rick Ross. And at this point, this rivalry almost feels like it's never going to end. We talking about nearly 2 decades of shots being exchanged with neither side willing to let it go. If I'm thinking about the longest rap beefs that are still active today, this one has to be right near the top. The only one I can really think of that might have lasted longer is 50's issues with Ja Rule. Outside of that, this Ross situation just refuses to die. This latest round kicked off after Rick Ross started making the media rounds promoting his brand new album. During one of those interviews with the comedians over at the UNC and O Platform, the conversation naturally drifted toward Drake. Ross answered a few questions about Drake, but once that topic wrapped up, he smoothly switched gears and tossed another name into the mix. Instead of stopping there, he decided to bring 50 Cent's baby mama into the discussion. And if you've been following this beef over the years, you already know exactly where that was headed. See, this ain't nothing new between these two. A lot of people remember that when this rivalry first exploded, 50 wasn't just taking shots at Ross through music. He started digging into Ross' personal life, bringing family members and relationships into the conversation. At one point, he even got involved with Rothschild's mother, and if y'all remember correctly, there were old videos floating around online that turned into a huge controversy. If my memory serves me right, the whole thing even ended up creating legal issues because of how far everything went. So once Ross mentioned family again, everybody knew 50 wasn't about to stay quiet. As soon as those comments started making their way across social media, 50 wasted no time firing back. We all know his style by now. The second he feels like somebody gives him an opening, he jumps on Instagram and starts clowning them. Since Ross decided to bring the conversation back toward personal relationships, 50 immediately went where he knew it would sting. He started referencing Dirty Daphne, knowing that's been a hot topic online lately because of everything connected to the Diddy situation. At this point, 50 understands exactly what gets people talking. Then came the jokes. 50 posted saying he had just looked at Ross' album sales and basically laughed them off, asking how the project only moved around a couple thousand copies. Right after that, he uploaded another clip comparing Ross' numbers to Drake's, especially since Ross had already mentioned Drake during the interview. That's classic 50. He knows how to grab one little moment, flip it into a viral joke, and keep the internet entertained for days. Whether people agree or disagree, everybody ends up sharing anyway. He wasn't finished either. 50 kept stacking the jokes one after another. He basically said Ross had loaded the album with feature artists and still couldn't get the numbers he expected. Then he started clowning him even more, telling him to go ahead and pack everything up because the mission was over. On top of that, he joked that only Ross' closest friends and family even knew the album had dropped. That's the type of trolling people have come to expect from 50 because he's been playing the social media game better than almost anybody in hip-hop for years. One thing you can't deny is that 50 practically helped write the blueprint for using internet beef as marketing. Long before everybody else figured it out, he understood that controversy keeps your name trending. Rick Ross has picked up on that strategy too. Every time these exchanges happen, Ross ends up promoting his businesses, tagging his brands, and keeping attention on whatever project he's pushing. So even though they're taking shots at each other, both of them understand that all this attention eventually circles back into promotion. Now, with Dirty Daphne becoming one of the biggest conversation pieces online lately, because of all the stories connected to Diddy and those alleged parties, it really wasn't surprising to see 50 bring her name back up. Everybody has seen the headlines, the rumors, and all the discussion surrounding those alleged freak-off events. 50 knows the internet is already talking about it. So he simply throws another joke into the pile and lets social media do the rest. That's been his formula for years, and more often than not, it works. Now, I will say this, though. Even if I understand why 50 is making fun of the album sales, I don't completely agree with using sales as the only way to judge music. Just because a project doesn't sell huge numbers doesn't automatically mean it's trash. I've heard plenty of albums over the years that didn't move 1 million copies, but were still solid bodies of work. Sales and quality aren't always the same conversation. Sometimes the music is actually good, but it simply doesn't have a machine behind it to push it everywhere. Rick Ross isn't operating with the same type of major label marketing machine that some of these bigger artists have. He's mostly relying on his own businesses, his own fan base, and his own promotional run. He's keeping his brand alive, dropping music consistently, and handling everything as one complete package. From the people I've talked to, most of them said the album was actually decent. Personally, I've only heard a handful of records so far, so I can't honestly give the entire project a final score until I spend more time with it. The truth is I've still been locked into a bunch of other projects that have been sitting heavy in my playlist lately. Between Quad Money, OTB Fastlane, Talk to the Streets, V's, Rodriguez, Moneyman, ESTG, Babyface Ray, King Hendrix, and a few more. It's already hard enough trying to keep up with everything that's dropping every week. There's just so much music coming out right now that sometimes it takes me a while before I can really sit down and digest a brand new album the way it's supposed to be heard. That's just how my rotation has been lately. Honestly, I still haven't even sat down and listened to Future's new project yet. I've been so locked into the same albums that have been staying in my rotation that I haven't made time for either release. So before I give any strong opinion, I need to hear both projects from beginning to end. That's just how I am. I don't like judging music off headlines or social media clips. I'd rather actually listen before I stamp something as good or bad. One thing I'm always going to stand on is this. I don't care what the streaming numbers say, and I don't care who's selling the most copies. Sales are part of the conversation, absolutely, but they don't decide what I'm riding around listening to. There are plenty of projects that barely move any units, but still end up being some of the best music you'll hear all year. Just because the masses overlook something doesn't mean the quality isn't there. That's how I've always looked at it, especially in today's music business. Everything revolves around the internet. If the marketing isn't strong, the numbers usually won't be either. We're living in a completely digital era where playlists, algorithms, social media trends, and paid promotion can completely change how an album performs. A lot of artists aren't getting that major label push anymore, while others still have those connections that put them on the biggest playlists and in front of millions of listeners every single day. Then you have somebody like Drake, and that's a totally different conversation. Drake isn't just a rap artist anymore. He's a worldwide superstar with global reach. His music gets pushed on a completely different level. So I don't even try to compare another artist's rollout to his. That's not really a fair comparison in my opinion, because the scale is completely different. Different audience, different machine, different level of exposure. As far as 50 Cent goes, none of this surprises me. He understands exactly how this game works. The second somebody throws his name into the mix, he's going to answer back, crack a few jokes, and make sure everybody is paying attention. Rick Ross knows the same rules too. Neither one of these guys is new to this. They both understand that every response creates another headline, another blog post, another viral clip, and another wave of attention. So now we're right back where we've been for years, with another round of baby mama jokes, social media trolling, and personal shots flying back and forth. I can jump on here and talk about it because, at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is, entertainment. Both sides know controversy keeps people watching. Chaos creates clicks. Confusion fuels debates. Conflict dominates timelines. Confrontation keeps everybody engaged, and before you know it, the algorithm is doing all the work for them. Add a little crashing out to the mix, and you've got another viral week on the internet. Y'all already know what it is. Stay on your pivot. Keep your eyes open, and don't miss what's coming next because there's plenty more to break down. Appreciate everybody rocking with the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.